Okay, so we're gonna go for the high score at least one more time, and then we'll move on. So the high score is 50-20, so we gotta surpass 50-20. Okay. Fuck, dude, already? I'm gonna just, like, waste all my lives, actually, because I already lost my life. I'm not gonna count that one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna count that one. I have to buy milk. Goes into the store and plays the arcade game. I made that joke last episode, but I wanted to make it again. Fuck, I missed that one. There, I got it. Shit, that was close. Not only do I gotta pay attention to where my shots are going, I gotta pay attention to where they're going. Gotta make sure that none of these their shots hit me. Holy shit, that was close. Perfect. Shit. It's okay, it's only one life. Hey Chris, what took you so long? I was going for a high score in an arcade game.
Yes! Eat
Got
dust,
it.
Jaime's high score.
I don't care that I died there, I got the high score. Let's fucking go. 5290. Let's go.
Another missing kid. I hope they're found.
Missing Benny Baker. Missing April 24th, 1980 from Garfield. Hair brown, eyes brown. Height 4'6", weight 65 pounds. If you can identify this missing youth, please call Cedar Hill Sheriff's Department Missing Persons. 364-555-0142.
Oh. Hey, Chris.
Robert! Wait, I thought you worked at the library.
Wait, how would you know? Don't think I ever saw you come in.
I got spies everywhere, man.
So, Linda.
Busted.
You can always come in yourself, you know. Books don't bite.
Linda's the bookworm. I'm more of a movie worm.
I don't think that's a real kind of worm.
Neither's a bookworm.
So we're about to close in like 2 minutes, so...
Oh, right, yeah. Ring me up.
All right, that'll be 25 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, you sure don't see coin like this working in the library. Actually, you don't see any coin. It's volunteer hours.
Not so bad if you like to read, I guess.
True. We've got a rad horror section, too.
Didn't know you were a horror guy. Just books?
Movies, comics, too. Whatever I can get my hands on.
You know, Jaime and Linda and I are all making a horror movie down at the old Cedar Steel Mill.
No kidding.
We could always use an extra hand if you're into that kind of thing.
Super into it.
But
Does my dad know you're going into the mill? He watches that place like a hawk.
Yeah, we had a little run-in with him today, but we're
Speaking
gonna
of
sneak
him.
back in to shoot the rest.
Man. I would love to be involved.
Involved in what?
Hey, Dad. Yeah, Chris was just telling me about a
We're putting together a fundraiser.
to show movies at the library.
Okay. You need a ride home?
Oh yeah, let me just get my bag.
Chris. I'm sorry I was a little harsh with you and your friends before. I just wanted to make sure you're taking me seriously.
I get it. They told me about Frank Stone. Gotta be a lot of demons in a place like that.
You spend enough time in my line of work, you realize every place has got its demons. You ready? Take care.
Hey. I can get you back into the mill without him knowing. Just say the word.
Let's make a movie.
That ain't gonna end well.
I have worn many masks over the centuries. Dr. Augustine Lieber was renowned, professional, and trusted. Frank Stone confided in me, allowed me to unlock his potential during those dark days in the psychiatric ward. And now, a new guise, a new timeline, a new chance. Giving them the camera, I admit, was unfair even for me. They couldn't know what power they held in their hands, nor what cruelty awaits them in the steel mill.
Oh, charming.
But what true creator wouldn't suffer for their art?
Chapter 4, These Walls Have Eyes. We're back in 2024 at Garrett Manor.
Okay.
Playing as Linda now.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Guess I just dozed off a bit. Wait, what
Maddie falling
happened
asleep
to
concerns
Augustine
you.
again?
She left.
Left?
She said she had to do something very urgently in her private reliquary.
Hey, now that we're all awake again, can we forget about Augustine for a minute and talk about the 1,000-foot-long elephant in the room?
Oh.
1,000 feet is the average length of film in a movie.
Oh.
Guess you were all playing it close to the vest before, huh?
It's not my film. I just worked on it. Didn't direct it. It's not even on my official filmography.
I meant how we were all holding back about our film strips.
Oh. Right.
Whether you take credit for it or not, it's definitely the most infamous project that's associated with you. Cursed film collectors have been unsuccessfully searching for any trace of it for years. And now we are all here, each with our own little slice of a mysterious pie. It's a pretty big deal.
So, all of our film strips, they're part of this movie you and your friends made, Linda?
If they're not fakes, yeah.
Mine's not fake.
And all that stuff you said about it being cursed?
Murderous rages, CIA interrogation, total disassociation with reality. Because it's so rare, only a few people know for sure. So they say. If Augustine wants the only known surviving pieces of it, she's gonna have to pay up.
Why do you think she wants it so bad? I mean, it's not really cursed, right?
I prefer not to dwell on the past. We're here, someone's offering to buy our sections of the film. That is all I'm concerned with right now.
Providence goes a long way towards a successful sale.
So do motives. I don't know about you, but I would very much like to know why Augustine is so desperate to get her hands on this film.
Well, first rule of business is to gather every bit of intel you can on your opponent. And I don't know about you two ladies, but I have been itching to get a little look-see around this big old house of curiosities.
Are we allowed to look around?
What do you say, director? Want to keep sitting around, or want to peek behind the curtain?
Let's do look around.
What are you waiting for?
He's like, oh, okay.
Now this is a real bold statement kind of room, you know what I mean? New Augustine got cash, but not like this kind of cash.
Sounds like you didn't scout your mark as well as you thought.
In business, we don't call them marks.
Hustling is a racket, not a business.
I wouldn't underestimate my scouting skills, if I were you. A lot rattling around up here that could be mutually beneficial.
Ask about Augustine.
Okay. Then tell me everything you know about Augustine.
Augustine Lieber, elite collector of obscure cultural artifacts. She pretends to be all business, but plays the long game with her cards close to the vest. She's hard to pin down.
And?
Ever since I arrived, I've kept my eye on things. Observations, behavior, decor. I've been building a profile.
Which is?
Lieber is no ordinary collector. She likes the dark stuff. The really dark stuff. She'll stop at nothing to get it.
Very impressive.
Okay, now it's your turn.
My turn for what?
Told you what I know, and now you go.
I think you pretty much covered it.
Hey, just catching up. So, what have you guys found?
Not much. But the night's young.
Not as young as you think. Let's keep looking around. Can't deny this place would make an incredible film location.
Okay.
Huh.
Love your outfit.
Now that
by
was
the
a
way.
curious sound.
Thanks. It's Italian. Well, the shoes are Italian. And the belt. I got a cheap. from a
Archibald
guy.
Macmillan.
He's got a guy who's got a pants guy. So I got these pants from his guy's guy. Had them tailored just right by the other guy I know, who also got me the blazer, which is like a super limited VIP club edition. But you want to know a secret?
Sure.
Found the turtleneck in a second.
Oh, what the?
Scandalous.
Right?
Looks like practically every room in the house.
What do they got security cams
Where's
monitoring
our
us for?
host?
Well, hello.
It's like every room in the house.
Yeah, I'd say this goes a little beyond your typical
Augustine is interested
security.
in Pepperell machinery.
What do you mean?
I get the sense our host just has a lot of valuable property and likes to be keenly aware of everyone's comings and goings. Ah, yes. Let's check out the other floors. Good thinking.
Wait, hold on a second.
What?
Before all this goes any further, I need to know how both of you got your pieces of the film.
Well, it's no secret, really. After my mom died a few months ago, I found it when I was going through her stuff.
Maddie, what was your mom's name?
Both, or...
Was it Bonnie Rivera?
Yeah, it... How
Oh,
did you know
shit.
that?
You look just like her.
Oh shit. So she's the daughter of Jaime's sister. Holy shit.
Did you know my mom?
A long time ago. A whole other lifetime. Her younger brother, Jaime, was one of my closest friends.
Uncle Jaime. I never met him.
I hadn't heard that Bonnie had passed.
Yeah, it was pretty sudden.
Wow. Maddie, it's quite sad. Very touching.
I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It's never easy to lose someone you love.
Thanks. Lucky for me, it wasn't my first rodeo.
Bonnie,
Maddie appreciates your comforting words.
I wish I'd stayed in touch with her.
Weren't you wondering where both of our film strips came from?
I don't suppose you'd like to enlighten me.
Of course.
And?
Well, I can't just tell you for free, can I? This kind of information is very valuable.
What's your price?
You know what? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Alright, asshole.
Cool statue. Missing a piece, though.
Probably around here somewhere.
Wow. Powerful resemblance in Augustine's family. That or Augustine loves cosplay.
Whoa.
Quite a piece. Look at the metalwork.
It's beautiful.
We got here. The Face of Evil.
Sensationalist trash.
True story of Frank Stone.
Sam Green took down Frank Stone. I could write a better book than this.
That fateful night, I had sent one of my deputies over to check in on things. Not my first choice. The Flatfoot was from out of state and a little green for my liking. But all I had to do was hold the line and report back on anything suspicious. But when Tommy called, I knew this was it. Standing before the furnace, I thought I'd stepped into the fiery depths of hell itself, and there was Stone standing on that platform like a twisted gargoyle, a tiny bundle of innocence held in his death grip. I am not afraid to admit I was scared. I had only a moment to act before all was lost, so I drew my gun, took a deep breath, and made a silent prayer that my aim would strike true. Stone's corpse wasn't even cold before a whole bunch of out-of-towners descended on Cedar Hills, trying to grab their piece of the action. Lawyers, reporters, rubberneckers, you name it. More than a few weren't satisfied with what they found. They wanted to make a conspiracy out of it. Said he must have had an accomplice to do what he did. Me? I don't buy it. Never have. That's because I know firsthand that he acted alone. Saw it with my own eyes. So to all those who claim otherwise, I say this. One monster was enough for Cedar Hills.
I should check on Maddie.
There was
Can't be
suspicions that
easy
Frank
meeting
Stone
someone
committed
from
his
her mom's
crimes with the
past.
help of an accomplice.
Yeah? Now what would you do if it was you here instead of me? No way. You'd be climbing the walls.
Looks like it
looking for
opens
way
with a
out.
key.
Gotta find a key for
Stamp?
that.
Psh, not in a
Just another
million
trinket box.
years. No way.
Yep.
Augustine has a unique collection. I've never seen anything like this stuff. I'm not getting through that.
So we gotta talk to Maddie to obviously advance the story. But I just want to make sure that we're being thorough here. Looked at that, obviously. Can't look at that. Looked at that. We read the book. Yeah, so that's everything in this section. Okay.
You sure would get a kick out of this place. And then you'd probably kick me out of this place and keep it all to yourself.
Who are you talking to?
No, I wasn't.
I could hear you.
I was talking to my mom. To Bonnie. I was in Berlin, you know, at school, when I heard she was sick. But it was my midterms, and she said I should just come home when I finished. So I did. But
She must have died from the same disease that their mom died from.
She died while I was over the Atlantic. It all happened so fast, it doesn't feel like she's gone. So I just kind of pretend like she isn't.
She was a good talker.
Yeah, she was. Hey, look at this. This was just last summer. I know you said it had been a really long time, but can you tell me anything about her from when you knew her?
Gosh. Well, she was the most intimidating girl I've ever met. Even after I got to know her. She did everything she wanted to do, and nobody could stop her.
And that sounds like Mom. Any good stories?
Be nostalgic.
Yeah. Yeah, there is something I've been thinking about. I've never told anyone else. It was a long time ago. We were just kids making a movie. Jaime, Chris, and me. Everything's still so fuzzy about what happened, but there's one thing that always just stuck in my mind. Clear as a bell. That night, we were on our way home from picking up a new camera. We were driving past the Rivera's house. The garage door was wide open, full of light. And the craziest fucking sound you ever heard was just tearing out of there in every direction. And right in the middle of it all was Bonnie. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so completely in tune with themselves. The only thing that mattered was that moment. Nothing else.
She's shredding.
That was your mom.
Thank you.
Hey guys,
Maddie is grateful to hear the memory.
look.
What? I don't see anything.
Ah, there, right there.
Oh my God, there's someone out there.
Be serious.
I have a feeling Augustine expected something like this might happen. She's got this place wired with enough cameras she could catch a mouse.
Good security probably means we're pretty safe.
Maddie doesn't appreciate your suspicions.
Right, so do you think we should find Augustine? Give her a heads up?
Even if you wanted to tell her, good luck finding her.
She said she was going to her private reliquary. That's a place for artifacts, right?
There's artifacts all over the place.
Right. So, if you were gonna have a private place for extra special, extra valuable artifacts, maybe you'd put them behind a door like that.
You've got a point.
Can't we just knock?
I doubt anything can get through that, including sound.
Which means it might be the safest place to be, whether Augustine's in there or not.
Okay.
The Phantom of Cedar Steel, Cedar Hills, 1980.
What's taking them so long?
I think it's
I thought we
Jaime
were gonna have
now.
a production meeting before we shoot. Van's already all loaded up.
I read an article that said girls don't like it when guys get all twisted up about their punctuality. They find it controlling.
What? Why did you need an article to tell you that?
Huh.
I just thought you might find that information useful.
I'm not trying to control Chris. Just got a lot to do.
Uh-huh.
Right on time.
Hey, right on time!
Time to get cooking. What?
Nothing. Just trying to keep a low profile. Bonnie snooping around.
All right. Is everybody ready to get this production meeting started? We got a big night ahead of us. Guys, I gotta tell you, my mind's going like a million miles an hour right now. Did you know you can get like every newspaper article ever written at the library? It's insane. It's all right there.
No, tell me more.
I've spent like all day looking up every single thing I could find about Frank Stone, the mill, the murders. We are sitting on a freaking gold mine here.
Sounds like a productive day.
I can't take all the credit. I had a little help from my assistant.
It was nothing.
Hey, modesty-free zone. I think I would have given up about 8 dozen times if this guy hadn't been there to cheer me on.
Just doing my job.
Oh, that reminds
You
me.
feel insecure about
now
Chris
that
and Robert.
you are an official member of the team, gotta wear the team jersey.
Wow. This is this is amazing. I'm honored.
You wanna wear the stripes? You gotta earn the rights.
I promise I'll be the best ancillary producer you've ever seen.
Production assistant.
Yeah, totally.
Feast your eyes.
Whoa. Wait, where's Sheriff Green?
Yeah, so Dad's never exactly been stoked about that.
But I thought he got the guy.
Yeah. And Sheriff Kushik took all the credit. People around here knew what was up, but
Let me see that.
This one's a 10-year retrospective. They go into all sorts of grisly details left out of the press the first time around.
and Dad got a little more credit too.
This is big deal stuff. We're making our movie in the very same spot it went down. Can't beat that.
Stone's victims were real people.
Stone's victims were real people. This was a real person.
Yeah? So?
I don't know. It's one thing to talk about it. It's another thing to look at their picture.
And this is suddenly now a problem for you?
It's not a problem. It's just a little weird.
You were just like super gung-ho when I got here. What gives, man?
Nothing. I just don't want to, like, exploit any of the victims or whatever.
We're not gonna exploit Stone's victims. I'm just trying to maximize the potential of our main location. That's how you make a good movie.
If I'm gonna sneak you back in there, you better make it good.
He gets it.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. We've only got one shot at this.
Yeah. So let's not fuck it up.
Can we help?
Nah, Robert and I'll go through and see if there's any other good places in the mill to shoot. Then we'll head out.
Okay. Look around the garage and then talk to Linda. Tom Holt interview tape.
Here, why don't you start with these?
So
Oracle
we're looking
of the
for Frank
Omniverse.
Stone references.
Guru
We're looking
Connor
for
Bartum.
anything referencing specific locations in the mill that could be associated with Frank Stone.
The mill's a pretty huge place.
That's why I'm sure there's gotta be something we haven't found yet.
Definitely possible.
We'll find it.
It was through my own practices learned from my journeys through the American interior that I successfully elevated my consciousness to the point I was able to visualize another Cedar Hills, one beyond the veil of our reality.
Here,
This little town
look at
seems so
this.
very much like my own,
Mill
yet so
projections
fascinatingly
dire for
different
fall
in many,
season.
in countless
mentions
subtle
Frank.
ways.
No, but
To give one
it goes into
example,
the
the
mindset
Calhoun
of the
family
workers.
still owned the drugstore,
People were
but the manager behind the
depressed.
counter was none
There
other
were
than young
suicides.
George, the
At
son
the
who
mill.
died so
Not
tragically some
at
years
the
ago.
mill, but like
Here he
people
was
who
in healthy
worked
middle
there
age, a
got
season
laid
of life
off.
I knew he had never
This was
reached.
a year or two before the murders started.
Does not sound like a fun place to spend a 12-hour
An
shift.
There
Omniverse?
were a couple articles
Far
like this.
out.
The mill was in serious decline.
But if it doesn't mention Frank,
I don't know. It's all related to him, to the way he was, or why he did what he did, or something.
that's your expert opinion?
It's just a hunch.
I drew two conclusions from my meditative voyage, one that every journey through life offers almost incalculable variation, and while we may each have only finite possibilities on our
I
own
pulled some of
journeys,
these today,
there
too.
may be other
What's
journeys
that?
taken by mirror versions of
Obituaries from
ourselves that
around the
visit
time of
all
the murders,
destinations.
and a
Two, the
little
different
before.
planes of reality are not so
Good
much separate
thinking.
rivers running in parallel as they are interconnected tributaries flowing to a single vast ocean of experience and possibility. To explore this idea further, we must consider some. Look, when there are multiple versions of people and objects across different realities.
Yeah. Yeah. I can remember it clear as a bell. Don't think I've ever experienced anything like that night. Before or since. And don't reckon I ever will again. Heck, I don't know if I would have even made it out alive if it weren't for Sam Green. The man's a hero. Damn shame that no-good sheriff's taking all the credit. Damn crying shame. He all but gave up on finding Stone at the mill. Sam Green. He knew better. He came right up and told me we had to search every nook and cranny of that place. And if we had waited just a second longer, well, there'd be one less beautiful baby in the world. Or worse. Sam took Stone down just in the nick of time. Like something out of a movie.
Thanks to Mr. Holt, nobody questioned my dad's story.
Wow.
They were friends after that. My dad gave the eulogy when Mr. Holt passed.
I'm sure no one was sad to see it go.
End of an era. Cedar Steel Mill to permanently close August 24th, 1967. The Cedar Steel Mill, once the industrial heartbeat of our town, is to be permanently closed after over 40 years of almost continuous operation. Founded by Howard Kinsey Tester in 1921, the mill in its wartime heyday produced high-quality steel that was distributed across the nation. Mr. Tester's legacy was honored by his daughter Morgan in a statement given on Wednesday morning. Morgan Tester's statement suggested the family's decision to close the mill permanently had been taken out of respect for the memories of those murdered on its premises by former employee Stone. Not everyone is convinced by this justification, however.
Journalists sure can't get enough of Frank Stone.
Secrets of Killer Stone come to light September 16, 1963. As Cedar Hills tried to make sense of recent events of the Cedar Steel Mill, more disturbing details are starting to emerge about the man at the center of the scandal, 36-year-old machinist Frank Stone, who was shot dead by police during a violent altercation last Friday. Stone, who our own Sheriff Kusich is linking with multiple undiscovered disappearances over the last 3 years, has been described by those who knew him as a loner, creep, and oddball. Most shocking are the growing rumors that Stone was taken on by Cedar Mill and its owners, the Tester family, despite a prior police record for violence.
I wonder if Linda's okay with all this Frank Stone stuff.
Just make sure we look at everything in here. I think we have. I just want to double check. Yep. Okay.
I didn't want to say anything, but I'm just not a fan of this.
Understandable.
Concerned.
Her whole obsession with Frank Stone and the murders just feels a little intense. Maybe it's because she's not from Cedar Hills, but you know, those victims could have been any of us or our families.
But they weren't.
So you don't think it matters either?
I didn't say it didn't matter. I just meant it happened a long time ago. And Chris is excited because some of the locations could work really well for the film. Like this one. Take a look.
What is all this?
I came up with a new scene to shoot.
That you wrote?
Yeah.
Does Chris?
I told Chris about it last night.
Oh, she was into it?
Yeah, we'll shoot it if we have time.
Cool.
This furnace chamber location is perfect. But I wouldn't have known about it without Chris's research.
Encouraging.
It's pretty rad. I hope we have time to shoot it.
It's very supportive of you. Thanks, Robert. I mean, Jaime. Sorry. Forgot which one of you is the supportive one.
The.
That was mean. You're mean.
Yes, I am.
Oh! Yes!
Huh?
What is...
It's a picture of Frank Stone?
Look at the date.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
This is from before the murders, before they realized it was Frank.
It's about mill operations, kind of a puff piece to drum up interest in new recruits. Hello, what is this?
Look at the caption.
Worker Frank Stone, machine shop.
Bullseye.
Machine shop, huh?
We've got to shoot there. That's it. That's the place.
It's perfect.
So, time to go?
Okay, people. Company move. Time to head on out and shoot the shit out of this thing. Let's go, let's go. Time is money. Let's make a movie.
Now, what were you little ding-dongs working on? Hello. Interesting.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present The Mill.
Yep. There it is.
Oh, you see the creek down there? We follow that, takes us right to the secret entrance.
I don't see it.
That's why it's secret.
Huh.
We don't have to do this.
Yes, we do.
Ready? Oh, careful. First step's a doozy. All right, this way.
Playing as Chris now. Find the entrance to the storm drain. Just make sure there's no collectibles back here.
Breathe in. I can't believe we're gonna see the place where Frank Stone actually killed people. Freaking.
Okay, 2 ways into the storm drain from here.
One easy and one hard?
They're both medium difficulty.
Then give us medium one first.
Well, medium 1 is to climb the gate over there. Then it's like a straight shot right in, but it'll take us pretty close to my dad's patrol route.
And medium two?
Medium 2 is we cross to the other side, where we're a lot further away from my dad, but it's also gonna take a bit longer.
Those are both very medium.
Right down the middle.
So, which way?
I say, let's be cautious about this.
I'd rather keep a little distance between us and the law. No offense.
Hey, I don't want to get in any trouble either.
So, we should cross.
Yeah.
Your dad really patrols the mill every single night?
Ever since I can remember.
Huh.
I used to think it was weird, but it's just kind of his thing. Growing up, nothing killed a friendly conversation quicker than someone calling my dad.
Could you guys move out of my way? Thank you.
I remember he didn't want to be interviewed for that profile they ran for the 10th anniversary. Had a cool title, though.
What was the title?
The Man Who Drew Blood from a Stone.
Damn.
I mean, it could make a good title for the other movie.
Other movie?
We were just batting some ideas around, just spitballing.
Cool.
Maybe we should stick to finishing one movie at a time.
Totally. Yeah. Campfire.
Looks old.
Bonnie and her friends used to come out here and hang out.
The trinket box here.
Bonnie seems too cool to have friends.
It's true. They were not cool enough for her.
That's why she moved to New York.
Wait, really?
No. But she wasn't always so Bonnie.
What?
She was kind of a goody little two-shoes.
Who had bonfire parties at abandoned mills?
What's wrong with that?
It just doesn't feel very goody little two-shoes.
Well, Bonnie was the president of the Clean Up Cedar Hills High School Initiative. We'd come through here and pick up all the litter that had blown in off the road.
Oh. Goody little two-shoes. What happened?
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Gotta love a happy ending.
Something was watching us, by the way. across this way.
Chris Gordon. Another victim claimed by Frank Stone. And Gravity.
Very nice. Very nice. Tattooed middle finger. She tells me I must not doubt what I dream of. What the fuck? Bitch just teleported.
Made it. This place is awesome. I wonder what we'll find inside.
No, I can't cross over there. Okay. Just checking every single like corner of the map just to make sure I'm not missing anything, which so far I don't seem to be.
Are you absolutely sure this is safe and we're not gonna fall into some kind of ventilation shaft full of whirling fan blades?
I can't promise you won't, but at least you'll be able to see them as they tear you to pieces.
Thanks.
Brought one for everyone?
Yep.
What you got in there?
Well, the flashlights, my notebook, some pens, a couple of granola bars, 3 ponchos, first aid kit, bottle opener, sunscreen, collapsible cookware, and utensils.
You know we're not hiking the Appalachian Trail, right?
Always be prepared.
The So we gotta find a way into the mill.
We must be under the mill by now. Just gotta find a way up.
Haven't you ever talked to your dad about that night?
What night?
The night he was here with Frank Stone?
There was one time. When I was little, and he was really drunk. Even though he doesn't remember, I kinda like knowing what he went through.
I get that.
He didn't talk to me like a little kid. Or like my dad.
Aha!
Who would have left this
The
here?
Wraith. That's obviously a killer from Dead by Daylight. Because if he went that way. Another trinket box here. Looks like we missed one somewhere. Shit. How much would it bet? Like, it was over, like, I assume it might have been maybe in the other section that we didn't check, like, if we went, like, the other way. Because if you remember, if I recall correctly, there wasn't one back in the mansion when we were back in 2024 with Maddie and them. And there wasn't one, obviously, when we were just scanning around the garage. And we got the one that was in the pharmacy. So I'm pretty sure the other one that we're missing is by that path that we didn't take. Okay. So it's probably gonna be one of those things where you gotta play it like multiple times to get all the trinkets, maybe. That's my theory.